What if Khamenei survives the first US strike and America suddenly realizes it doesn't have the political will, public support, or military roadmap for what comes next? Is Khamenei's actual strategy not to defeat the United States militarily but simply to outlast it, bleed Trump's resolve? Does Iran have a detailed, calculated war script that doesn't rely on outright victory, and is Trump prepared for this kind of adversary? Is what we're watching unfold in real time essentially Tehran's version of Operation Survive the Storm? A plan built not around victory but around endurance? With 2 US carrier strike groups, hundreds of fighter jets surrounding Iran, what secret calculus allows Tehran to genuinely believe that some version of victory is still within reach? Iran is in a wait-and-watch mode as the United States boosts its military deployment in the Middle East at a scale not seen since the 2003 Iraq invasion. A Bloomberg report claimed that Iran's leadership firmly believes it can emerge from a US strike without losing its grip on power. Iran's alleged modus operandi is to absorb a US attack and survive long enough to test and gradually erode Trump's resolve. Iran is also banking on Trump's own voter base strongly opposing launching another open-ended war in the Middle East region. Even though the US has a massive armada positioned near Iran, Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khamenei reportedly has a calculated counter-strategy in place. If attacked, Iran's plan is to retaliate swiftly by targeting US military assets and bases across the Gulf that fall within range of its ballistic missile systems. The Bloomberg report comes amid growing indications that Trump is genuinely concerned by Iran's repeated defiance in the face of escalating military threats. Iran wants to force Trump back to the negotiating table either through direct retaliation or by threatening to choke off oil flows through the Strait of Hormuz. US Special Envoy Steve Witkoff revealed Trump's dilemma to Fox News earlier, offering a rare glimpse into how the White House is processing Tehran's resistance. Witkoff reportedly said Trump was genuinely curious about why Iran had not yet capitulated to the pressure and military threats being leveled against it. Moreover, Iran reportedly does not take any of Donald Trump's ultimatums seriously, viewing them as negotiating tactics rather than firm red lines. Trump had warned Iran to make a deal by March, but Tehran dismissed it after an earlier January ultimatum also came and went without consequence. Iran is also emboldened by the 12-day war in 2025, which tested Israel's air defense systems relentlessly. Meanwhile, Iran is leaving no stone unturned to bolster its air, land, and sea defenses in anticipation of a potential confrontation. Ballistic missile launchers are reportedly lining Iraq's border and Iran's Gulf shoreline, many within striking distance of US military bases, according to the New York Times. Iran, on February 19th, explicitly warned that US bases, facilities, and assets across the Gulf region are at serious risk if Washington chooses to act. On February 16th, Iran conducted military drills in the Strait of Hormuz, doubling down on its threat to shut the waterway down if the US launches an attack. This all unfolds as 2 US carrier strike groups, dozens of warships, and hundreds of fighter jets remain stationed in close proximity to Iranian territory. Trump is reportedly weighing a limited, targeted strike on Iran to push the Khamenei regime toward the negotiating table without triggering a full-scale war. However, reports warn that even a limited strike risks provoking Iran into walking away from nuclear deal talks entirely and making diplomacy impossible. A former US official told Bloomberg that a strike could also activate Iranian proxies across the region, drawing multiple actors into an unpredictable and widening conflict. The same official cautioned that even a limited, surgical strike may place US military assets and personnel in the Gulf at serious and immediate risk of retaliation. This comes as reports confirmed that Trump's own top general had explicitly cautioned the US president against proceeding with strikes on Iran.